What is best in life?
Pressure enemies, see them driven before you, and to play the Sega Master System on the weekends.
N64 shirt, zapper in hand. I see what's going on. Talking about the Master System but trying to low-key represent the NES. It's alright though. I mean, I play the part of the Sega fanboy, but the fact is I got enough love for both of those machines. Kind of got a bit of a 8-bit menage with myself and them going on, if you will. But today we're talking about sort of an infamous game here on YouTube. And one other guy who's really talked about it, and that is Dynamite Dux on the Master System. Now, this game's infamous because of the video that Johnny Millennium did years ago. And this copy I have is great because a few years ago I picked it up off of eBay. It was coming out of Canada, and somebody made a post in the Facebook group like, "Hey Johnny, you finally getting rid of this because it's coming out of your area?" And he kind of laughed and talked about how he wouldn't get rid of it. It was like, no, I bought that. So there's the history of this copy. Came out of Canada, and we had a good laugh about it on Facebook years ago that nobody other than me probably remembers. But there's a lot of hate going on for this game, and does it deserve it? Well, not really. It's a pretty cool game. It's quirky, it's beat 'em up, it's a lot of fun. But the thing is the plot. When the game starts off, you've got this guy and a girl in a field, kind of like Ghosts and Goblins. So this evil wizard shows up, and he takes the girl and turns the guy into a duck. And even the manual says you're not no ordinary duck because you can jump really high and you've got stronger punches than normal. What is it with these wizards like in these games? I mean, something like Bubble Bobble and Snow Brothers and Toki and even Wonder Boy 3, the Dragon's Trap kind of follows the same thing. They don't just outright kill the opponent, they turn them into something else. But they still retain enough of their humanity to be able to fight back. They're making them stronger. I mean, I guess 8-bit evil wizards are stupid? Look, I may be a wizard, but I'm not an evil wizard. I got more of a chaotic neutral thing going on for me. Though, if I was going to cast a spell to get rid of one of my enemies, it would just outright incinerate or freeze them, or it would just kill them immediately. None of this giving them a fighting chance crap. Because that stuff about honor, that's for like skalds and bards, and you know I'm right about that. Anyway, Dynamite Dux is one of those games that has a lot to offer in a little package. I mean, sure, it's a beat 'em up, and those games tend to get rather repetitive rather fast. But it's okay, because it's a lot of fun in a short burst. And like many beat 'em ups, you have a variety of weapons at your disposal. Everything from simple rocks to bombs, machine guns, and even a water gun. And a rocket launcher. Unlike the guys in other beat 'em ups like Final Fight and Double Dragon, the Duck actually brings firearms to this fight. He's got all these guys running at him, waiting to kick the crap out of him, and he just shoots them. I can't believe it take a cute little duck with a bow tie to finally figure that one out. But he does it, and he does it well. You go through the stages like any other beat 'em up. There's usually two bosses, sort of a mini boss halfway through, and then the main boss. And once you beat them, you get this door that opens up like the opening of the Twilight Zone, and you go through that to the next level. Now there's this really cool effect where everything spins around once you go through the door, but I'm not going to show that here. This is my warning for all my fellow epileptics out there. That is going to trigger something. Don't play this game in the dark, and you might want to close your eyes for that scene. Fighting's pretty easy. It's your standard, just run up and punch things. If you hold the punch button down, the duck will do this really cartoony thing where he spins his arm around and does sort of a super punch. You can't move when you're doing this, but it actually works quite well against some of the bosses. In fact, if you charge it up all the way, a lot of the bosses can be torn through in 2 to 3 hits. It is a simple game. It's really easy. There's not a whole lot more to say about it, but it's a lot of fun. It's a beat 'em up, but it's a wacky beat 'em up. I mean, come on. You're a duck. I guess it could be Dukes, but it's definitely Duck.
No. It's Dukes. Gotcha. Like put up your Dukes, right?
The manual says he's a duck, so we're going with ducks anyway. I'm dragging this out a little more than I can. See, that's the problem. It's a very short game. You'll see I'm going to upload my full playthrough like I sometimes do, and it's under 20 minutes. So there's not a whole lot going on, but it's a fun game. If you're down with emulation, it's one that gets overlooked and you should probably play because it is a ton of fun. But if you want to buy a copy, $30 or less, you won't be too upset. Don't go much higher than that. And certainly don't spend something like $90. No one should ever spend $90 on Dynamite Dux.